And we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be, and today I want to talk about the Hermetic principles and universal laws. Piggyback on both of them, so everybody could have a understanding, or understanding of their energy, and be accountable for their energy in their place in this year realm. So, as I begin, has anybody ever heard of universal laws before? Anybody ever heard of universal laws? Anybody? Let me turn up the light a little bit. Okay, there we go. Anybody? Yes. Perfect. Miss Grateful. Erica. Yes. Hey, Blue Diamond. Hey. So we're just going to run through real quick. We're just going to run through the Hermetic principles real quick because I really want to get on the actual other laws, the 12 universal laws. They kind of go hand in hand. But the seven Hermetic principles. This is like Egyptian knowledge, just like those of our ancestors. And it really brings clarity. I wish I would have known at least of them when I was in religion, because they really bring clarity to us in a sense that you understand outside of the 12 commandments. And this is where all of this come from, the 12 commandments. You understand that energetic aspect of it. And if we could break things down energetically, I feel like everybody is invited to the lesson. You know, we divide ourselves because we like, oh, I'm Seventh-day Adventist, I'm Hebrew Israelite, I'm non-denomination, I'm this. Quit that, all of that stuff about it. Get rid of all of that. And let's break it down to the least common denominator. You energy, frequency, and vibration. All right. And when you have to, okay, Tai T, beautiful. So if we break this down energetically, we can see ourselves and become accountable to ourselves. So one of the seven hermetic principles is the principle of mentalism. The principle of mentalism. And it says everything is mine, all is mine. You ever heard that before? You ever heard people say all is mine? And when I think about that principle, I'm thinking about the idea that everything is thought. We thought this up. In the beginning was the word. The word is an expression of thought. We would loosely say that this is a collective consciousness. Hey, Blue Diamond. Hey, Rita. Hey, Bakiba. And so we'll say this is a collective consciousness. This is a thought world. Our source, we'll call our source infinite intelligence, right? Infinite intelligence, saying all is mine. And so if you know or think about that in layman's terms, like, dang, it's all is mine, then maybe a mind really is a terrible thing to waste. Maybe I need to be accountable or conscious of my mind, of my thoughts. If all things are mine, well, what about my thoughts? The principle of correspondence is the second one. That says that as above, you church folk know this, you know correspondence. You say this in religion. On earth as it is in heaven. In layman's terms, really what you're saying is as above, so below. As within, so without. So that means that helps you best understand that you are a reflection of other people, just like in the biblical text. Let's break this law of correspondence. It's up in there. Then it says, what is the greatest commandment of them all? Anybody know that one? You remember that from the biblical text? What's the greatest commandment of them all? Where my church members at? Where my day ones at? Anybody know the greatest commandment of them all? I'll wait. I'll wait. Nobody don't know the greatest commandment, and y'all never been to church before? When the disciples asked, what was the greatest commandment of them all? To love thy neighbor as thyself. To love the Lord thy God. Oh, no. To love the Lord thy God with all your heart. And then the second one was to love the neighbor as yourself. And so basically they were telling you that as within, so without. Because that's you loving on. Yeah. Love the Lord thy God with all our heart, and then love thy neighbor as thyself, right? It was showing you that it is your love. That when you put that thing out, it circles back and it heals you and it loves on you. That ties to the law of correspondence. Then we have this here principle of vibration that says that everything moves, nothing rests. This here fan right here, it ain't resting. You think it's they call it solids and liquids and gas. All of this is energy. All of this is vibration. It's moving. Hey, kid, it's moving. Everything vibrates. Nothing rests. This table, this phone, all of this is energy because all is God vibrating at different frequencies. Some things vibrate faster, some things vibrate slower, some things you can see, some things you cannot see, but that don't mean that they don't exist because your eyes can only see in a certain range, just like your ear can only hear in a certain range. Some things you could hear, some people hear their guys talking to them, some people do not. Some dogs can hear the doggy whistle, humans cannot. All things vibrate. Then we got a principle, number 4, the principle of polarity. That lets you know that there's duality in all things. Everything has poles. Everything has a polar opposite. So we got the darkness and we got the light. Church folk will call it God and the devil. We got the North Pole and the South Pole. But all of it's God. Yeah, these are principles. These are principles that you should know of. Then we got the principle of rhythm. Church people call this one here seasons in Ecclesiastes. There's a time and season for all things underneath the sun, it says. Time to be born, a time to die, time to laugh, time to cry, seasons. That's the law of rhythm. It's like a pendulum swinging. The law of rhythm. Everything flows in, everything flows out. Everything has tides. Everything rises and falls. Just like you fall down to your lower self, but then you rise again when it is the Aquarius age. When you are ready to remember yourself, remember in your mind, and remember by joining yourself back together again. Yeah. And then we have the principle of cause and effect. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has its cause. And everything happens according to this here law. So you think something, and guess what? That's the cause. You look at your life right now. Go ahead and look around. That's the effect of the things that you've been thinking. You can't escape these principles. You could transmute them because you're energy, but you can't escape these things. And then there's a principle of gender. Gender is in everything. There must be male and there must be female principles. Gender manifests in all realms. And so when we sit up there in religion, when we say he, if he don't do nothing else for me, then he done did enough. Well, guess what? God is not a he. God is not a he. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he shall repent. It is no he. Man made God he. God is not totally she. God is the totality of all, the masculine and the feminine principle. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the giver of life and the one that takes away. So if we think about giving of life, let's break that one down. I give life, female principle. That's all that scripture was saying. I give life. Men can't give the life, baby. I give life, right? And I could take it away. Men's energy, the masculine energy, is more of a destructive energy, sometimes often destructive to its own self. So that's the masculine principle. I take it away. But we all have these principles inside of us. The totality of us represents God. Hey, Sage, how you feeling today, babe? So those are the seven. Those are the seven principles. But I want also to talk about the 12 universal laws. Because this way it get a little bit juicy. We talked about the principles a little bit yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that I covered every individual one of them. Could y'all tap the screen up in here? Could y'all tap the screen? Could y'all give to the church? This is the Interbeing Church. Yeah, I'm your reflection. I just shared that with you. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I just shared that I just shared to you the greatest commandment, that you love the Lord thy God. And then you got to love your neighbor like you loving on yourself. This how many likes you give yourself if yourself was on the live? You got to learn this here. You got to learn this about consciousness, because this is you conscious of your beingness. This how many thumbs up you would like to have if this was yourself talking to yourself, because really and truly that's all that's happening here. I'm merely your subconscious mind reminding you of yourself. Look at yourself. When you look at me, you see yourself. That's it. Thank you, Rita, for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So now we're going to move over to the 12 universal laws. The 12 universal laws. Number one, the law of divine oneness. Oh my God, today, don't you wish you would have knew this when you're in religion? Remember when we were in religion? And we thought of these things like the so-called devil. Remember that? Maybe you don't remember. I remember. And we thought it was something out to get us. We thought of hell as a place that we were going to go and suffer. Even though we wasn't going to have a body no more. Maybe our soul was just going to burn. I don't know how we was going to figure out to do that to ourselves, but we figured it out in our head. Until we stumbled upon the laws of the universe. And it taught us something really profound. Law number one, the law of divine oneness, that everything is connected. And so then we thought about, we went back and we thought, man, it must be true, because maybe this is what the Bible was saying when they was meaning when it says there is one God, one faith, one baptism. Oh, so is that tied to the law of divine oneness? That everything in this universe is an extension of source energy, which means nothing is separate on a spiritual level. Oh, and then we have these people, and they'll call these people white, or the recessive trait. And then we have these other people. They're really different from this recessive trait. They call them the dominant trait, and they're supposed to be the ones that have the so-called melanin inside of them. And they have the coily hair, the lighter hued have the straight hair. And is it really just one? Is it really just lower self meet higher self? God meet devil? Oh, that's what it's all about. The law of divine oneness, where everything is connected. But in this realm, we'll have things outside of us. We'll even outsource God. If you don't do nothing, if he over there, because he ain't in here, he ain't part of my oneness, he over there. If he over there, if that man upstairs, up there, don't do nothing else for me over here, then he has done enough. Oh, and he sits high and he looks low at me because I'm separate from him. But it don't even go like that. There's a law of divine oneness where all things, on a spiritual level, everything is connected because all is God. Oh, I wish Pastor would preach on that. You remember, Saints? I'm so happy you remember. I wish Pastor would preach on that in the church. But I guess I'm going to have to be the one to preach on that. The first lady going to preach on that for you. Then here we go, and even in the 12 universal laws, it reminds you of the law of vibration, that everything in this world, whether tangible or intangible, is made up of energy and is vibrating at a certain frequency. We just went over that because see these the principles of the seven hermetic principles, they kind of loop over with these 12 universal laws that I'm sharing with you today. Thank you for the rose, Belinda. I appreciate the rose. And then we have the law of correspondence that states that your external reality is a direct reflection of your internal state. Yeah. Yeah. This law makes it easy to assess the alignment of your vibration. The law of correspondence. It kind of, to me, it kind of go hand in hand with that law of cause and effect, because I like to tell you that your thoughts is the cause of your life, and life is the effect. So it kind of go hand in hand with the law of correspondence, because it's gonna correspond. It's gonna relate. You whatever here in time, we'll have people. This is why it's so important in the physical reality to heal your lower self from your trauma, to save yourself from your issues, huh, that you decided to create for yourself, because you knew one day that you will one day be your savior. Because if not, this law of correspondence is going to correspond to that ass. everything in your life going to correspond to what's going on in the subconscious mind of yours. Yeah. Oh, this actually corresponds to as a man think it, so is he. You ever heard that one? As a man think it, so is he or her. Because it's not always the man, but the Bible make it seem like it's just man, because it's man-made. But still in all, they have a lot of hidden jewels and gems inside of the biblical text. And here we go to the next law of the universal law of attraction. It states that which is likened unto itself is drawn. So just like right here, see the people up in here? We little clusters of energy that are like-minded. That's your neighbor. That's your reflection. See the people over there on YouTube, the church, my church members, y'all know this to be true. Last night when we shared a commonality about the death of a parent, whether it was a mother or father, and we were so connected that two people had the death experience at 11 years old, and then a third person said that they had theirs at 22 years old. 11 plus 11 equal to 22. There is no coincidence here energetically that these people are on this YouTube channel. These people are there. These people, that's them people right there. Them people right there, that's your reflections. Why don't y'all say hey to one another? The people that you got into the elevator with today, the people that you was on the street with today, that's the law of attraction, baby. Attracting you to that which is in the likeness of you. Your relationships. Oh, you might say he's a narc. Oh, don't you say that, because you're telling on yourself. Because that narc is in the likeness of you. That which is like unto itself is drawn. A narc ain't drawn to nothing but that victim mindset. So you're just telling that you vibrating with the law of attraction. You just telling us what frequency you emitting when you do things like that. You might as well just shut your mouth. You might as well just shut your mouth talking about that law of attraction. Because it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. It's gonna stay in alignment. We like to lie to ourselves, but these universal laws, energy ain't gonna never lie. Nah, you can lie to yourself, but that energy that you emit, it ain't gonna lie, because your life gonna be evidence of it. Right? Hey, Philip, as a man thinking, there you go. So is he. Yeah. It's tough trying to think positive when my enemy is the mother of my children. I chose her though. There you go. There you go. Because a relationship, any relationship that you get into is going to show you, baby. You could run all you want, but you never, ever will run away from you. So you might as well sit and deal with you and transmute the energy of you if you want your reflections to show up differently. We have people pleasers in the physical reality. We have people that are masculine energy beings, and one day they sometimes get tired. I don't want to do this anymore. But it's a pivotal moment when they get tired, because they have to look at the woman, well, really the man, but we'll say woman, in the mirror, right? And in looking at her, they have to see that masculine energy in her. They have to see to the core of themselves that they have been for a long time sending out a signal that I'm not deserving. I don't feel worthy. That's why I was doing so much. So now the work for me to do is actually change my beingness because of the law of gender. It says there must be male and there must be female principles. It don't say that the woman has to be a certain one of them principles. But in order for it to go together or coexist, it has to be opposite. So if the woman is the masculine principle, she cannot attract a masculine man because she took and made her place within the law. So for her, she can only attract feminine men. And she'll just be so gun ho. I want me a strong man, and I'm so tired of these bee men that I attract. But it's simply because the law states there must be male and there must be female principles. When you know these laws, you have these laws in your mind, you remember them and you pull them up when you're in certain situations. These laws are helpful to get you out of those situations by sharing what you need to do to transmute the energy. Right? All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is the law of inspired action. I'm not sure what that person is trying to come on for. I'm in the middle of something. Now is not the time. Maybe you could tell me in the comments what you're trying to join the live for. I'm not interested in playing a game battle if that's what you're trying to do. But thank you. Thank you for considering me, though. I appreciate you. The law of inspired action. And so the law of inspired action is stating that inspiration will come when you are aligned with who you are. Inspired action is when you're in alignment and you have, with all your knowingness, a desire to do something. People get inspired action when they're in flow, when they done crumble that wall of resistance down, and something just tells them, I don't know, I never played the lottery before, but something just told me to go to the gas station and play. And this is the kind of stories the little people that didn't won the lottery would say. I don't know, it was just something, and I just couldn't ignore it. I couldn't ignore it because at the depths of my soul, it was just a yearning to want to do it. It was almost like it was pushing me. They were inspired because that day, that moment in time and space, they couldn't articulate it, but they were in alignment. So they had inspired action, not the action that you say that, no, I'm going to do it my way. I think it's going to work like that. That's not inspired action. Inspired action is almost like the entire universe is yielding for you. And everybody is saying go. And you just, and I just was able to get a day off. My boss told me that just don't go into work today. And I just felt like going to take a walk because I felt so free. I felt inspired action. Almost like somebody talking to you that you can't see. A gut feeling, kind of like, right? Anybody ever had inspired action before? Anybody ever was inspired? Maybe some people know about inspired action like when they get high. Maybe that's the only way. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the only way that you know that you have experienced it before. Inspired action. I was inspired. And so I was high. And then I started drawing. And oh, look at the work of art that I made. Because I was inspired. Because people tend to get in alignment more when they are high, or maybe they took a pill or something like that, or maybe they had some herbs, some herbs, like maybe even chamomile, kind of like soothing, antihistamine, relaxing and calming herbs that would calm you, getting you in alignment with yourself. Yes. Belinda said, yes, I attract feminine men. I'm happy you accountable for that. And so now you know. Now you know. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love the gifts. Now you know what you have to do. Unless you like being or holding the energy of masculine woman. But just know the law says there must be male and female principles. So that means you only going to attract feminine men. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people hold that stance and love that man and be sitting there in the kitchen cooking and she outside building the fence. Those relationships can work too. I ain't saying that those relationships don't work. I'm just saying if you understand the law, you can stop complaining about it because you're abiding by the law. You see? These laws were never taught. Only the 10 Commandments. Yeah, the church, the regular church don't teach you that. But I'm teaching you this here in the inner being, church, because this energy is present. These laws are governing us. We can't see these laws. And if you're still a church person, and you don't want to believe the law, go ahead on and just hold steady to your 10 Commandments, baby. But just because you don't believe the law don't mean the law ain't penetrating and pulsating to your energetic frequency, and you must abide by it whether you believe it or not. The law don't care about your mind believing. The law is the law. Obey the law of this land. But if you obey the law of this land, like they teach you with the law enforcement in this land, there's always going to be a spiritual law. Because this land is based upon manipulating spiritual law to turn it into a man-made law to make you subject to your lower self. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. This is why I read so much, because of a lot of religions are connected in some way. Yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. So true. Yeah. And that's where the 10 came from. You're right about that. Rita says, I didn't like what I was attracting. So I sat my behind down and started working on myself. When I learned it was my reflection. Boy, that moment in life becomes so humbling to yourself. Right? Or maybe I attract cheaters because I've been cheating on myself all this time. I've been giving so much to him or her. I ain't been spending time with myself. I cheat on my diet. I cheat myself out because I be lazy with myself. I don't have no discipline with myself. Can't even put sugar down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, have I been cheating. But see, that's a beautiful place to be, because now that you know that you're the cheater, you can start being that energy that you want to see, that reflection that you want to meet. Someone that's faithful and loyal to themselves. Someone who's lovable because they love on themselves. You gotta be it. That's my little slogan on my products. It says if you want it, you must first become it. Yeah, because you gotta be that thing. You gotta be that thing that you're looking for. No, so a lot of people don't want to do that. Not no, not the church people. They just want to put it in the Bible and say, "Oh no, Jesus gonna fix it. I gotta be nothing. All I gotta do is just endure this long, long, long suffering." Like right, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth. It don't work like that. It just don't work like that, baby. So here we go. The next one. And universal law is always going to trump man's law. Always. You know that. You know that's right, Erica. Always. So we left off with the law of inspired action. Now we're going to go to this law of transmutation of energy. I like that one. I like that one. It states that energy is constantly evolving or fluctuating. And I like to say, you can manipulate that thing. I like to say you could transmute that energy. You could transmute it because you are the alchemist. You, you in church. You remember in church we would be like, "Oh Jesus, Jesus, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, could you please, could you please make it go away, change it around, shape it, shift it, I bind it." But baby, whatever you bound on in heaven, right here, this your heaven, shall be bound on earth. Whatever you loose in heaven shall be loose on earth. So you are the manipulator of the energy. Greater works in the biblical text, it says that you will do. Because you already know how to transmute the energy. You know it. This is your birthright. The transmutation of energy. And we were talking about this as it pertains to karma. Remember, we had a service and we talked about what your pastor didn't tell you about karma, how you could manipulate the energy of karma and you can make peace be still. This correlates to the biblical text when it said, "Who is this man that the winds and the waves obey him? Who is this goddess that's gonna make peace with things and count it all joy?" That's how you transmute that thing. You make peace with it. Well, let me tell you. Let me break it down in layman terms because I like to do spiritual and physical, so you could see the commonality here. Well, a guy that guy that hit it and quit it with you, he know how to transmute energy, but he ain't tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how he had transmuted that energy when he had hit it and quit it with you. The transfer of energy. You like that one too, Blue Diamond? Yeah, all these make so much sense to me. Good, good, good. Be it. Yes, Sage, be it. So here we go. There's a guy and he wanted some ass. Now he ain't want a relationship. He just wanted some ass. Roy said, "Ooh, you teaching something." Anybody ever knew of a guy? Don't tell on yourself. Don't say you know him and he did it to you. Now don't tell on yourself in a comment. But you ever knew of a guy who had wanted some ass from this other girl? Not you, not you. No, it couldn't dare be you. He wanted some ass from her because she was nice and young and tender, like a little tenderoni, like right. And oh, she was fine. She smelled good. She had her edges. Hmm. Yeah, she was so beautiful. She turned him on in a nice kind of way, like right. Yeah, had that eggplant just at attention, like right. He wanted some ass, but he may had a other girl, or he may wasn't ready for a relationship, because maybe she was pretty, but she just exuded that masculine energy, and he saw that, and so he manipulated, and he told her, "Man, you phony." He did a little emotional thing. "Man, you phony. You don't want to give it up. You playing." Like right. He had his little game, like right. And one day he got what he had wanted. He got what he had wanted from her. And she, in her mind, she thought that meant, "Oh, we gonna have a relationship." In her mind, she was like, oh, because in my mind, I think that if I give it up, I'm going to have a relationship and he going to be my man because he want me now. No, no, baby. No, no. He know how to transmute energy. So he walked away from you and he made peace with it, baby. Let me tell you how he made peace with it. Now hey, wait, hold up. If you know this girl for a long time probably was butt hurt. This girl was butt hurt for a long time, and she was just like, man, he's just like the rest of them, and karma is gonna get him because you reap what you sow. Jesus, get him. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, go get him. Go get him. That's what she said. But that stuff is null and void in his kingdom, in his simulated environment. That stuff ain't coming back to him. He gonna go get some more ass. And he gonna do it again. And he gonna get his little fix. Because in his mind, he made peace with it. He did like this here. Well, in his mind, he don't know that he made peace with it. That's why he ain't, so nobody ain't get him just yet. So he said in his mind, he was like, man, I needed that fix. I needed me some ass. She needed her some ass because she had cobwebs all in the JJ. So I took care of her. She came, I came, we finished, we climaxed. Man, I don't owe her nothing. I never signed up for no relationship. She ain't never asked me for no relationship. She ain't never set her expectations. So I'm good. She good. I'm good. Man, it was a good day. I'm out, man. I'm out. That's on her. Guys will say, that's on her. That's what they'll say. That's what they would say. That's on her. I'm straight. That's her. She be tripping. Because what he's saying is, that's your karma, baby. That karma ain't coming over here to serve me because I made peace. Man, it's over. We did the do. You got yours, I got mine. Everything cleared. You made peace with karma. You can always make peace with karma if you know how to transmute energy. Men know how to do it. Roy said, my God. Men know how to do it. They could play dumb. They be playing on your emotions sometimes, but they know how to do it. You better use your birthright. You better use your birthright, your ability to manipulate energy, because you know how to transmute energy, and you could transmute that karma too. But anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. So we were talking about the law of the ability to transmute energy. The next one up is going to be cause and effect. Now, we talked about that one briefly inside of the 7 Hermetic laws because they kind of overlap each other. Law of cause and effect. You thought it up. Like we could go back to the lady that gave up that ace, right? She the law of cause and effect. Girl, wait, hold up. You caused that. You caused that. Your thoughts caused that. Because the only reason why you gave up your jewels is because you didn't even feel worthy to get that on your effect. Your effect is not you would feel even less worthy, less lovable, because your thoughts, you were on low frequency from the beginning. Your thoughts started him up. Your thoughts before you even had the act already set the tone of what the effect was going to be, because your thought was like, oh, let me see if I can slob on the knob a little bit better than what I did last time, so he don't leave me. Oh, if I could just do a little bit. Oh, I got to get better with the do. I got to get the Megan Thee Stallion knees this time around. And then you went to the workout, to the gym to work out your knees. All because you didn't feel worthy. And now go to the fact, you thought that up before you even had the relation with the guy, or with the transmutation of energy. All of this goes together, y'all. It goes together. So that means we got to be accountable for our energy. Men too. I don't want to let y'all off the hook. Men too. All them women that ran through you. It's no different. Cause and effect. The law of compensation says that you reap what you sow. What you give to others shall be given to you. What you withhold from others shall be withheld from you. And so That has to do with everything about your cup. This is when I share with you all that you have to have a full cup if you want your reflections to be able to give you back love. Like some of us, our mother and our father, you got to look and see through other people for you to see yourself sometimes. So some of us, our mother, our father, our grandparents, or whoever raised us, didn't have a full cup. And so you feel slighted a little bit because you don't feel like you got maybe the nurturing and love or the attention that you should have gotten from your parents, but you're looking at a person who didn't have it for themselves. That's almost like saying to a crackhead, give me that money that you owe me. Give me some money. To a crackhead. And every time you see him riding a bicycle, trying to go palm this and that and the third to get his or her fix, you want money from them. How can they pay up something that they don't have for their own self? But you're expecting it. And so the law of compensation is stating that you're gonna reap what you sow. So now let's bring it on in. Are you able to give other people love? Or your heart still guarded because your people that raised you didn't give you the love? Are you or are you not? Is your cup full? Because if your cup not full, that means that's why the reflections aren't able to give it to you, because your cup ain't full. You operating on E. So your reflections gonna operate with you on E. Kind of like reaping what you're sowing as it pertains to the energy that you're emitting, that you're allowing to go out. Like your word, your expression of thought, it has to come back. This kind of ties to the law of attraction. It has to come back because it's coming from you. It ties to the law of correspondence, as within, so without. These laws are tying to one another. It's offering time. Y'all tap the screen. Why I got 4,000 likes only? All of y'all up in here. It's offering time. What is this over here? 2,000. Could we get some more likes up in here? It's offering time in the church. Y'all tap the screen. God is just be. God is just be. I take cash donations for this good word because your pastor ain't never teach you this, and you didn't help with the building fund and you ain't never seen that building. I got lights in the physical reality. And I want you all to donate a good dig deep into your purse and get out that change. A good 80 cents. 8 is the number of abundance. Cash app, God is just be. 80 cents. 80 cents for this good word. It's offering time in the church. Cash app, God is just be. Cash app, God is just be. It's offering time. I'll wait because your pastor don't even teach you this here kind of stuff. I'll wait for it. You can't be God given. That's a church song. My auntie used to sing all the time. You can't, she's a pastor, y'all, be God's given, no matter how hard you try. Because the more you give, the more he'll give to you. Just keep on giving because it's really true. I love singing that song with my pastor, with my auntie. Cash App, God is just be. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. My time is energy. There we go. Somebody gave in the church. My time is energy. I'm teaching you daily at the Inner Being Church about your energy, about what you're emitting. I'll wait. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and I forgot. Let me speak on the people from yesterday. From yesterday, we had what that was yesterday. Miss Grateful, Terry, Mary. Thank you all for giving. Crystal, Tangela, Janice, Amy. Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for giving. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Miss Grateful. Thank you for giving. Thank you for giving. Thank you. My time is important too. Even though I'm retired, y'all got to learn how to abide by the laws. You reap what you sow. as a man thinketh, so is he. I'm gonna tell you about the psychology behind this, how this is blessing you and you don't even know it. Mhm. How this is edifying your church. Bless you, Janice. Bless you, Sue. I'm allowing you to be able to be blessed. But I'm actually blessing you. I'm blessing you. This is a different kind of offering from the church offering now. The pastor get up there and tell you that I see up in here 10 people need to give $10,000. Where you at? Where you at? I said 80 cents. The more you give, the more he'll get. Well, we ain't gonna say he'll. The more we're gonna change the lyrics. The more you give, the more you give to you. Just keep on giving, because ain't no he. Because it's really true that you can't beat God's given, and you're God. No matter how you try. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Yamase. Thank you, Erica. So let's move on. Thank you all for giving. Cash App God is just be. Cash App God is just be. A hefty 80-cent offering. Hefty 80-cent offering minimum. 80-cent minimum. So where we left off? We left off on the law of compensation. That you reaping what you sowing. You reaping what you're sowing. Now let me share it with you all. Look, I want my day ones to understand the concept about this here giving. For one, thank you, Miss B. Good afternoon, my reflection. Have a wonderful day. Hey, Isaac, I want you to understand this here, Dark King. Hey, Dr. King. I want you to understand this here concept while we're going over these laws. I want my day ones. Where my day ones at? Y'all listening. I want you to hear this. Yes, you're a blessing to us. I swear, if we don't grow from all of the information you give us, they don't need to be here. Yes. Yes. Food for the soul this afternoon. Yes, baby, afternoon for me. The Jews you are dropping for us to elevate. I love it. Thank you. They couldn't give what they don't have. There you go. They didn't have it. They didn't have it. That part. Say that part. So I want you to get this here about this concept. I'm looking at this camera. I know y'all here, and Miss Grateful. Thank you for being my moderator, and she's part of the Inner Being Church, who I'm really talking to. When I'm looking over here, y'all, I'm really looking at y'all YouTube, y'all comment when I look this way, so y'all could know that if y'all didn't pick that up. But now I'm looking at the camera for y'all comments, and what I want to say to you all. And I'm not talking to I know Erica and Dawn, y'all good supporters and y'all part of the inner beingness and Miss Being. So if you over there holding it down, I'm talking to you too. But I want y'all to get the idea of this Cash App thing that I'm doing. It's for several reasons. And I'm going to list them in how it helps you be in flow and in alignment for blessings. Because you have to have, first of all, something that you believing in. If you don't believe on something, it's like you don't have no foundation. It's like you operating on the number 4. The number 4 in numerology, as it pertains to your stability and your foundation, it is like that tower. It is like chaos. Right? It's like rebuild time. And I'm setting a healthy foundation for you all as it pertains to structure and order. And the people that, especially like the people who've lost loved ones, you probably for a long time was vibrating on the number 4 frequency as it pertains to energy, that stability, that foundation being rocky, because maybe you didn't have mama for nurturing, maybe you didn't have daddy for protecting and guidance, like, right? So it be wobbly in your life until you decide to save yourself. Then you meet somebody like me that's pouring into you. And so there's a biblical text that says that don't cast your pearls amongst the swine. And I understand that. And oftentimes there are people that come through and they're like the swine, like, right? And they just answer me. Yesterday we had one, I ain't gonna call no names, but if you was here yesterday, you heard somebody that was like, I'm tired, will you answer my question? And I had to turn around, and I didn't have to rather, but I gave that person attention at that time to answer them about that dream. I know if nobody wasn't paying attention, Miss Grateful remember. Miss Grateful, and if Miss Being Soul was here, my blood type is. They remember this like it was yesterday, and it really was yesterday. But what I'm saying to you is, we have some people that are coming and they just want to take. And if you do nothing here, don't come and just try to take, because that keeps you on a number 4 frequency, unstable, no structure. I've been having this void. My foundation was wobbling. Give me. I need that for my foundation. I need that for my foundation. You just take, but you don't ever give. Giving a small amount helps you more with your foundation than anything. Because as you give, so it's energy. Even though you probably still a little bit wobbling, you're sending out a new signal. That's saying, here, I'm open to receive because I'm giving. Now your signal, when you wobbling and you just taking, saying, take what I have from me. Just take it away. Because all you showing the universe, and it goes in according to these laws, is that you still in survival mode. They tell you this when they say, to him that have, it shall be given. And then him that's not, it shall be taken away. So that's one of the purposes of this here, is for you to be able to give. Now, don't think I'm a blood type B, I'm a brilliant mind. Don't think that I don't know that Cash App can't accept 80 cents. Come on now. I'm exposing myself because I want you to understand how my mind works. Anybody ever pick that up? Anybody ever notice that? I asked for 80 cents. Anybody? Come on now. Anybody ever notice that? I asked for 80 cents. Y'all didn't notice that? Y'all not observing today? Cash App can't do 80 cents. Y'all know that? Well, why? She's a seer. She's saying that she's tapped into infinite intelligence. How come she don't know that Cash App don't take 80 cents? And I'm going to share with you how I think and why I'm saying this to you all. Because first of all, I know the number 8 represents abundance. But on top of that, I know Cash App don't accept no 80 cents. So now I asked you for 80 cents. Cash App only do $1 and above. Yeah, Erica. But I asked you for 80 cents. And now the Cash App is going to tell you, no, it's a minimum of $1. Now I put it back on you. Ball is in your court. What you going to give now? You see that? It prompts you to make a choice. I asked. Cash App said no. There are some people that's going to get to that place, and I want them to get to that place because I want the energy, that word that they send out, to not return back to them null and void. You see what I'm saying here? So there are some people, they told you that you can't be God's given. That's what I'm talking about. Some people, when that Cash App say you can't give 80 cents, some people gonna put that down. Well, she ain't getting more than $1. I want your signal to ignite, baby. She asked for 80 cents. Oh, let me see. I'll give her 80 cents, but I ain't gonna give her more than $1. So I'm gonna put the phone down and I'm gonna just take. You doubling up on your own demise over here. You setting yourself up for your own return to sender over here when it's time to give. And you are your own stumbling block when you be stingy over here. You don't come to a place. You don't come to a place where there's a seer, an alchemist, a manipulator of energy like myself, and emit a signal and think that you're going to let or hurt a healer. Touch not my prophet. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. I, I want to let you know I'm one of them. And so it is so important that you learn this one day about giving, that you learn that sneaky link thought that you have when that cashier told you that you have to give at least $1 and you put that phone down. Is important for you to know that that sneaky link is the signal that you're emitting. So for everybody that gave and saw that, remember what your thought was. That thought that you had when Cash App told you that you had to give a minimum of one, that thought can't come back to you null and void. It has to go out and accomplish what you set it out to do. Either you're going to be allowing your thoughts to bless you, or you're going to allow them thoughts to come back and say, I'm not giving her no more than $1. She come here every day and give me stuff for my soul expansion. I've learned so much from her for free within the past years. Her time, even though time is EMIT, she's emitting energy to help me with my life force. Her time is not valuable to me, so I'm gonna keep what I have. I tell you one thing, it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. And I speak that with a knowing. Because when you give, the biblical text was trying to tell you, when you give, this ain't no church crap over here. I'm being transparent with you all because I want you to see the energy. When you give, the universe is looking down on you and said, give her more. Give her more. She's trying to give it away. Give her more. Give her more. That is a ritual for abundance, is what I'm showing you and practicing and implementing on you. That's going to bless you more than it's going to bless me for that 80 cents. And I want you all to be in position because of this upcoming 8th year of prosperity, in position that you're blessed in your coming and in your going. Blessed. But nonetheless, you can miss that message if you want to, baby. I'm retired. I'm going to be all right. Nonetheless, the next one is going to be the law of relativity. Says that everything is relative because we all perceive reality in our own way. Prioritize your inner peace over defeating truth, because truth is relative. So basically, how you feel, your outlook on the world, your perception is relative to you. So when, just like we were talking about the transmutation of energy, when you transmute it, you make peace, that's relative to you. Find your peace. Find your peace. Whatever your peace is, do that, because you have your own universe within. The universe is within you. Okay? As within, so without. The law of polarity. That lets you know that everything is two-sided. That this kind of corresponds with the law of rhythm. We talked about this here before in the principles. The law of rhythm, the seasons in the book of Ecclesiastes, the time and season for all things underneath the sun. So the law of polarity states that everything in life has an opposite. For every problem, there's a solution. For every obstacle, there's an opportunity. Everything has an opposite of itself, right? The law of rhythm, that's kind of coinciding to this as well. It's that cycles go in natural order in this universe, like rhythm as it pertains to seasons. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. Rhythm, new year, rhythm. Even with the 8th year, we go each month or each year rather to different numerical sums of the year. And so we're exuding certain energies that are present in this year, like 2024, how I keep sharing with you, 2 + 0 + 2 + 4 = 8. And so the 8th year is going to bring about abundance and prosperity in many of y'all lives. We go through these cycles, or the law of rhythm, as it pertains to years, just like it pertains to seasons, just like it pertains to times of the month for us as women going through our monthly cycle, just like it pertains to men, because men also go through a monthly cycle as well. Law of rhythm does that. Law of rhythm. And it does that based upon energies of this world. The moon cycles, just like when the moon is in your sun sign, there's a cycle or Christ consciousness awareness within you. Well, also when the moon is in a certain phase of itself, how it's drawing on the tides of the ocean and all is drawing is feminine energy. It's not only drawing and pouring upon the oceans and the seas, it's drawing and pulling upon you as it pertains to your emotion, because you are energy in motion. And this is why you get emotional during that cycle of the month. This is why men get emotional during their cycle of the month. We're both one and the same. I just shared with you that there's two opposites. Women ain't nothing but the opposite of men. Men ain't nothing but the opposite of women as it pertains to the law of polarity. And so men have cycles. They have periods. They just don't bleed. They just don't bleed because they started off as an X. Everything starts off female first, right? Until they turn into the Y chromosome. And so we are an expression of them. They are expression of us in a sense. They got some women that actually grow beards and mustaches, like, right? We have boobs that sit out, theirs are in, like, right? They have testicles that are out, our ovaries are in, like, right? They have I would say for TikTok purposes, they have a hood tip that's out, our hood tip is in. You seeing this here, the correlation? Because all is inside out, leaving me to the last one on the law of these universes, the law of gender, which we went over previously in the Hermetic laws, but I'm going to just repeat it anyway. The law of gender states that life works best when your divine masculine and your divine feminine energies are in alignment. You see, in the law of gender, there must be male and there must be female principles. In this inner being church, we're going to talk about the principles as it pertains to you, inside, inwardly to you. Because when we're dealing with it and we say, okay, I'm exuding masculine energy, that's just like saying the one that I'm most dominant in is masculine. That's my expression to the world. However, inside of me, I do have feminine principles, because everybody have both sides, because everybody have them and everybody should be in balance with both of them. Just like God is, the source of God has both sides, male and female principles, right? But you could exude, like, for example, I don't know, I could have a more of a tomboyish look, no jewelry, hoodie on, joggers or whatever, and I could be working physically. I could be working physically. And to some people who know that I am a female in this expression of life, they will look upon me and say, I'm being too much of a man. I'm exuding too much of masculine energy. But that masculine energy is part of me. I cannot deny my masculine self because it is purposeful. The purpose of it, being that I'm a female, is for survival purposes. For me to be able to protect myself, my children, because I am a mother, a nurturer. So I have to be on a protective mode to be able to protect also myself and my children. If I were ever in a bind where another man or masculine energy is not there, you'll see this if you watch animal kingdom or documentaries, like, right? You'll see this. The female in the wild, she could kick some butt because she knows how to send out that signal or exude that masculine energy within her. There's a time and purpose for these things, a time. But she also knows how to be nurturing and go out and find food and love and lick upon and be lovable and sit back and let her children, sup from her, so to speak, be fed from her, love on them, just like us physical humans. So as a woman, masculine and feminine principles are within you. Everything in life, though, is about a balance. You know when to bring it out and when to let it rest. You know when you're around a masculine energy in the physical, like your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, whatever. You know, at that moment, you don't need to be so raw. You could just be in your feminiscence. But like if he go to travel or something happens where there's a fire or whatever, you just jump into in and out. It's like we're quantum jumping into whatever state of beingness that we are. That's why I don't believe in subscribing to just being all of just one. No, 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 no. That little dainty little lady that don't have a brain, that don't know the logic or the male side of the brain, that don't know how to save her life. She really not the totality of feminine energy. You know that little lady that know how to do her eyebrows and her makeup and her face beat all of the time, but you ask her about her soul. You ask her about, her desires, her visions, and all her vision is about is, oh, I just want to be a trophy wife. I just want to, whatever kind you like. That was on Coming to America, you know, hop like a dog, hop on one leg and bark like a dog. And the lady just did it. And Eddie Murphy didn't want her because it's like an empty doorknob. You have to be able to balance both energies, both polarities of yourself, yin and yang, masculine and energy. I mean, yes, masculine and feminine energy, because there's a time for all things and both are purposeful. Okay? And these are the laws. And you will know these laws, which is true. And this truth in all of these laws will set you free. And so in the biblical text, they'll often talk about the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. And I posted a video about this a long time ago, and I said, I like to look at that and say the fear of the law is the beginning of all wisdom. Because when you know these laws, you could begin to play with them in your mind and say, oh, let me not send that thought out like that because I understand the law. And so really it's the fear of the law, which is the beginning of all wisdom. Oh, what? I can transmute the energy. Yeah, I'll do that. It's like the respect of, not necessarily fearing it, but the respect of it, because you know that your word ain't coming back to you null and void. You know that it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. You know about the law of attraction, that you vibrating and everything moving, and you attracting your tribe, the people around you. So if you know of the law, then you know how to position yourself like, oh, okay, let me get myself together. The fear of the law is the beginning of all wisdom. Because why would you sit there and fear God when at the same time in the biblical text, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind? It makes no common sense. So here, that's why the left brain needs to be attached to the right brain. The logical man brain needs to be attached to the feminine, intuitive brain for you to comprehend this biblical text and what it's saying to you. For the marriage of the bride and the groom, the fear of the law is the beginning of all wisdom. Y'all getting this? Woo! Take. That's bad. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, Rita. Yeah, Blue Diamond. Miss Grateful says 8 is a number of abundance. It sure is. I always send 80 plus 80, abundance for you and abundance for me. Ooh, I pour into both. I like that, Blue Diamond. I like that. I believe in blessing others. Yeah, bless your heart. You gotta have something you believe in. And you hold true to a belief like that, because a belief is something you told yourself over and over and over until it became a law in your subconscious mind. And your law or your word in your subconscious mind can't come back to you null and void. It can't. Now, baby, you ain't got to believe this here way, but believe in something that's going to come back to you and edify your church. It got to come back to you and make you greater. If not, that's a belief that's not serving you. And what you want that for? What you want to believe up in your head that ain't going to serve you ever? Get that up out of your head. So tell yourself something new. Yeah, true, true. Blue Diamond, you taking notes over there? Keith, Keith, thank you. Thank you for the comment. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Tin to you. Hey, Ralph. Thank you. Good afternoon from Long Island. Beautiful eye lady. Oh, thank you for passing through. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me see who that was before because I wanted to send shout out. Oh, that was Erica. I said the last person. That was Erica. If I didn't call your name, I want to call out your name. Yamasai, Keith, Dawn, Sue, Suquan, Janice, Miss Grateful, Cecilia, and Miss Rita. Thank you for giving, but ultimately giving to yourself. And and that's pretty much what I do. I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I give even with my order. Sometimes I put in free items. I give because I understand the whole principle of the laws, and I want to abide by them, so that I can always be in a place of being in a position rather that I have to give, that I can give, that I can give my time, I can give my energy. It also is helpful and encourages me as it pertains to the offering here, as it pertains to me. And I'm just going to share, I want to be transparent with y'all. As it pertains to me, it's helpful because sometimes I get on here and my inner being just have me sharing and helping people on a live. On a live is really good content for my YouTube channel. But at the same time, outside of this live, like right now, I'm creating new products. Right? I have products that I want to launch this weekend. Right now, I could be stuffing. I have a new pill machine. I could be stuffing pills, like right to help people. That's gonna make me money, right? You know, that's gonna be put me in a position to help other people. So when I come here and teach you all, I'm giving my time. I could be sending out newsletters in this time. So I'm stopping my business to come here and share with you all. And so the least you can do when someone gives you their time is really valuable to people who don't have that much of it. My days, just in case you don't know, my days, my days stop sometime at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like last night, I stopped at about 4. And I woke up at about 8 and I went on one of my platforms on my Facebook group. I was so busy that I forgot yesterday what day of the week it was. So me coming here, sharing with you all and answering these questions, even though I'm calm with it because I center myself and I breathe, I could be doing other things. For me, I could be stingy with my gift. And even interpreting dreams and giving free readings. I do this. I charge people for this here. And it don't be no $8. In the dirt sure don't be no 80 cents. So it's rewarding that I love helping people. Don't get it wrong. I love helping people. But at the same time, it benefits that knowing, hey, at least they're giving, it encourages me to want to even come even the more on top of the already said passion that I have for people, to help people. So remember that. Remember that. It's blessing you. It's blessing me at the same time. It's encouraging you. It's encouraging me. It goes both ways, in and out, as above, so below, as within, so without. So I wanted you all to know that. And it also is helping you project or emit rather a signal that you are giving and so that you should receive. All right. Ty. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yeah, Miss Grateful said, wow. Yeah, y'all, I love this. I really do. But I want you all to understand my every move in this here because, and I'm only saying that because there are some people out there that are fragile as it pertains to, they past hurt. There's some people out there that just looks, nah, all the other leaders, I couldn't trust them. We got so many, ones that have betrayed, pastors. I know I was in a lot of churches where I heard pastors say, these people ain't got no money. We gonna move. I know of a pastor in particular that used to be an apostle in New Orleans, Louisiana, and he moved to Atlanta. And he left his congregation because they didn't have enough money to give. He was about money. So then when you find somebody that really have a give, they really want you to thrive. They don't want you to follow them. Then you're still thinking about the pastor that left you, the daddy that hurt you, or the man that robbed from you. But then you miss your blessing though, because now you're thinking about them old ways. Want somebody that's teaching you how to love, how to be lovable, teaching you how to embark on your spiritual gifts. And you sit, if you sit there and you look for them to turn on you or to take from you, you're doing yourself no justice, because you're going to stay in that realm and you're going to attract people like that, and you're going to leave somebody like me that's real and really here to help you, to help your soul expansion. I'm not here to hurt you, baby. So I just wanted to share that transparency as it pertains to the money, because money could be a sensitive thing, a sensitive topic for people. I want you to understand that I make a lot of money when I'm doing my products compared to 80 cents when I'm sitting here asking for an offering. I just want you to know that. That's love. That's love. Okay? We know your heart, goddess. Okay. Okay. We love you. Thank you for pouring into us, teaching us how to grow in this matrix. You are so welcome. Everything you say, anything is food for our souls, even if we are not able to receive it right now. That part. Because some of y'all not gonna receive everything right now. But I put it in your subconscious mind. Backpack. Yeah, I put it in your subconscious mind. That's gonna be your little backpack. For when you need it, you can pull it out. And you'll remember it. Oh my God, that touched my heart. Thank you, and being. And when you need it, even if it's next lifetime, even if it's years from now, even if I'm no longer here, even if I'm no longer here in the physical reality and you need it, I'll be and put that there. And that makes me feel good. Simply because when I was a little girl, I wanted that person. I wanted that person so bad. I wanted that person. And I made a promise that when I figured this shit out, when I figured it out, that I was going to be a blessing to other people. Thank you, human being. I'm sorry. I promised myself. So I come forward here, standing on me. Even if y'all don't show up, I'm here for me. And that little girl that reminded me of me, that suffered, that felt like she was suffering. And now that I no longer suffer, I love upon her and I think her. Whether or not you show up, I'm showing up for her. Whether or not you or her, I'm going to still show up for her, because I made the promise. This is about my soul, because if I get real with you all, just like I tell you, I'm just your subconscious mind. In my universe, you're just my subconscious mind. So in all actuality, I'm in a room. I'm in a room by myself, talking to myself. Because at the end of the day, in my reality, you all are not really real. I only give life to you in this moment. Like, right? But the thing that I will always be with is my soul. My soul is real. My inner being is real. That will be with me in every realm, lifetime after lifetime. And then when I tap out and I get to that place in my journey where my heart is weighed on the scale, it's going to be as light as a feather to me. Because I'll be looking at it through your eyes, and your eyes, and your eyes, and your eyes. And that keeps me here more than the 80 cent would ever keep me here. That makes me show up for me. Because my life, my legacy in this realm is everything. And what I want to be known for is everything, because I know there are other realms that I have yet to see. And I don't want me to stop me from entering and being boundless that I know that I am. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I just had to share that with y'all. Oh, thank you, Annabelle. Everything you say, anything is food. Okay, I read that. I just wanted to say things and blessings. And bless you. It's a blessing to us. Okay, we are one. Yeah, I made that same promise. Same says, I'm grateful for you. Oh, okay. You made that promise. Well, you getting it in. You getting it in right now. Thank you. First time here, and it's been a blessing to me. Hey, A1. Hey, you don't have to apologize. We get you. Yeah, my soul says yes to your knowledge and wisdom in time. Hello, lady. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? You helped me save my life. Oh, no, thank you. That feels good to hear, babe. Thank you so much. And you are a true blessing. Yes, yes. Yep. Good. That has to be a lot. You make it look so easy. It is a lot. It is a whole lot. But my inner being and me being able to recharge my life force, I do it. I do it. I do it. I do it. On all these platforms, all the conversation orders and the meal, everything you see is because me and my inner being is getting it. Now I have a family that can help me, but this is not their thing. If when I go, like for Christmas and Thanksgiving, when everything is crazy for with orders, yes, they help me, but this is not that thing, and I don't want to place this on them. This it's not their thing. This is my passion, and I can't expect other people who have jobs and other things that they're doing to pick up my passion and want it and be as passionate about it. You know, so it's a lot, but I love it. I love my life. I love everything that I do. Don't ever get that twisted. Yeah. All right. Hello, hello. Thank you for passing through. I appreciate y'all. I didn't come to cry on TikTok. I didn't come to cry on TikTok on YouTube. I'm trying to fix that. Nobody complains how much money they spend when they go to the concerts for these celebrities. Yes, yes, yes. Bless their heart. So anyway, you all appreciate it. Thank you, Tanzana. So anyway, in closing, that was our service today at the Interbeing Church. And I don't call myself pastor. Ooh, I almost did it. And First Lady cried today. Thank you, Tangela. I see you, babe. I appreciate you. And that's our closing on this here. We talked about the Hermetic principles, 7 of them, and we talked about the 12 universal laws. And we didn't speak of the 12 commandments, but I will say this in closing. There is one that I did mention, and that is your heart being weighed rather on a scale. And you know whether or not right now, based upon your life, if you feel like your heart will be heavy or if your heart will be as light as a feather. That is one thing that I would say to keep in your mind at all times, because how you feel really does matter in this realm. When we were younger, people told us we didn't share with your cousin, give them your toy, do da 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 da. Well, and when you didn't want to, when the babies had it right all along. If the baby don't want to share their dirty toy, don't force the baby into not doing what he or she don't feel is right in that moment. Because in that baby's mind, I know we should train up a child the way that they should go, but our way as parents don't always be that way, because our thoughts are not their thoughts and vice versa. We have different universes in our head. And so even when we went to work, be a team player, and you felt it, that some of them people, they didn't mean you good. And so we we pick up on feelings that aren't ours, and sometimes we'll be in corporate America, for example, and we done lost ourselves. We're so busy trying to be the team player, and then we go home, we play that role, and we got another role, and then we sit down and we get depressed because we like, who the hell am I now? What do I really believe? Because corporate America and in this role and that role and formed me into a person that I didn't even want to sign up for being. So with all of that knowing of how you have betrayed yourself and your feelings, it is now a season for you to figure out what your feeling is. How you feel about your life, how you feel about giving or being stingy. How you feel matters. That's what it boils down to. So what you don't feel like, don't do that. But keep in mind with your feelings that one day you're going to judge your feeling. You going to judge your feeling. But here's the thing I want you to remember about your judgment day. When you judge your feeling, you ain't going to just be judging your feeling based upon you, your perception in your body, in your mind, and how you felt that day. No, your feeling going to be judged by you on a conscious level, on a God level. It's going to be judged by your reflections and how they felt when you felt that way, and how you appease the whole, the all, because it's at the end of the day, it's about the greater good of the all for your expansion. And so when you can get yourself in a position where you are able to bless the all, then your heart is as light as a feather. And you enter into the kingdom of God, where it's boundless, where now you have free will to enter in any realm that you choose. That should be the goal. Remember that. I mean, I'm not talking about the heaven versus hell kind of thing. I'm talking about your birthright. I'm talking about that land that you come forth from and lands or realms that you know not of, entering in at free will and not being tied to a body. I'm talking about the idea. Have you ever embraced the idea of owning a planet? We talk about owning houses and cars. How about owning a realm? How about owning a planet, owning a dimension? That's how powerful and boundless you are. This earth stuff is temporarily and seasonal. There's so much more expansion for you that you know not of, But I'm here to prepare you for it. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Great job. You okay? I've been on here running my mouth for 90 minutes. TikTok said, great job. Don't forget to take a break. Love you guys. Thank you for being you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Hey, Latasha. Yeah. Okay. This is how we grow. All right. So let us pray. In closing, did I do the announcements? Did we? Oh, wait. God darn it. Look, y'all. I got a tangerine. We got to get some songs. Where my choir at? Look what I got. I forgot. These are the announcements before we end our intervene church. Baby. First lady to find some tangerines. And they got birds on there. Y'all know I love birds. I'm a little bird lady. I'm a little bird lady. I like the hummingbirds, the morning doves, the blue jays and stuff. They all come and see me. The window open right there. They come and see me. But I found me some tangerines. We gotta have quiet time, y'all. And so when I saw these little birds on there, the little dove on there, I just fell in love. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get the tangerine for church, for the intervening church. I'm excited. We got to get some songs now, y'all. We got to get some songs. Every time we get a song, I'm going to have to pull out the tangerine. So, nonetheless, when is choir rehearsal? Boy, don't even remind me, man. My whole childhood life was choir rehearsal. But look, it still can't sing. But guess what? I can open my mouth. Ain't that I can say? I can open my mouth. But anyway, I'm so excited about my little tangerine. I got my little fan, because every now and then it get a little hot in the church, Rita be shouting and making it hot up in the building sometimes. So nonetheless, the announcement is this weekend, new product alerts for blood types O and B. There's one product for them this weekend. If you have the newsletters, if you signed up for the newsletters, pay attention to them this weekend. Also A and AB, a new product alert. To become a member of this church, y'all, I'm talking about the church for new people. You will go to my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. You stay there for 10 seconds and a pop-up is gonna show, and you put in your name, your email address, and we'll send you all kind of blood type connection free training and courses, and let you know when they have new product alerts, and let you know. Sometimes I let them know when I'm live. Sometimes I don't, but there's a lot of information there, and you'll be part of this here Inner Being Church. If you ever want to give any donations, my Cash App is God is Just Be. Cash App God is Just Be. It's gonna go to the building fund. That means it's gonna go to these little lights that's plugged up right here. I'll put that little credit there toward my little light bill and my time for coming forward in the midst of doing all the other things that I do. And the trip, last but not least, there's a trip to out here to Sedona. Sedona is high frequency, the mountain. They have energy vortexes out here in Sedona, and we're going out there, ladies only, so women's retreat only for now. And we're gonna have room and board all included in the price, food, breakfast and lunch. When I say food, and it's going to be blood type connected food. We're going to go out to the shops where they sell the crystals and do the healing work. We're going to go hiking. We're going to be doing bike riding out there in Sedona. And I don't know, I'm a little introvert, like little lady. Last time I didn't even record none of the stuff, but the ladies, and I guess I'm gonna record a little bit, at least take some little pictures for those of you who do not make it, so you all can see the beauty and you really feel from the picture the aura of the energy out in Sedona if you've never been out there. But that deadline is this weekend. It is coming off the website right now. The picture at the very top of the website is a picture of me when I was in Sedona in the past, and it's coming off the website on this weekend. Let me see if I can show you the picture right quick before we go and before we pray, and then we'll be done. Oh darn! Oh, my thing froze up. But I'm going to be taking that off of the website this weekend. Come on, TikTok, get off the way. Okay, here we go. And the dates for that is going to be February 2nd through the 5th. It's February 2nd through the 5th. We're going out to Sedona on our 2024. Thank you, TikTok. I don't know why TikTok's taking forever. On our 2024 women's retreat, and it's going to be so rewarding. And at nighttime, we're going to be doing like hot seat sessions for the people that are there for dealing with inner trauma or healing that they might need. This here picture at the very top is temporary on my website. It's going to be going this weekend, but it is how you register for the event. So, and oh look, there goes some of the little pictures at the top. Oh my God, the aura, the energy in Sedona is like no other. And this is really the part of the reason why I moved out here, because of Sedona, to be close there so I can do retreats and different things. I'm so excited. Miss B is coming. Yes, I'm excited for you too. I still can't get the newsletter, goddess. Oh, I don't know. Now I can really shout because we got the tangerine. Yeah, I'm not sure then because I see your name up in there. I could only say that it's in your spam folder. I haven't sent any out in maybe 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I'm going to be sending one out this weekend. So look for those this weekend and see if you receive them and let me know. So nonetheless, we're about to close the service. And now I want you all to put that phone down for a minute. And we're going to close like we taught you on yesterday, bringing balance to your left and your right brain hemisphere, putting your tips of your fingers together and or the palm, however which way you want to do it. You could do it like this here, and know this, we ain't doing no Illuminati crap. Don't come over here with that crazy crap. They steal this here type of knowledge. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, you could do it like this here if you choose, or you can do like this here if you choose. It's a powerful stance to bring balance to you, to center you, the margin of your left and your right brain. And simultaneously, we're going to take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. One more time. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And we pray. Source energy, I am thankful for all that heard my voice today. I'm thankful for the knowledge and understanding of the laws, the hermetic laws, the universal laws that now we know of. We now understand the oneness that we stem from, the totality of energy that we are. And now, since we understand it and we cannot escape these laws, we are abiding by the laws to allow our life to keep us in harmonious flow, so that by abiding by these laws, our heart shall be as light as a feather, as light as a feather. Type that in the comments, as light as a feather, as light as a feather, as light as a feather, as light as a feather. That's it. That's the video. That's the goal. That's the desire. So your heart to be as light as a feather. As light as a feather. That's it. That's you. I'm as light as a feather. This video was from my heart to yours. Be blessed, babe. As light as a feather. Go ahead on. I see you.